Hello, Jodie here from I Love Monday. Happy Monday. I've just come back from my yoga session. I had a 9 o'clock one this morning, which was great. So this week, I want to share with you, my blog title is called OMG, I Love MLM, but I never thought that I would say that. And that is the God honest truth. I absolutely never thought that I would be saying that MLM was my new best friend. So for those of you that haven't heard of MLM or you don't know what that stands for, it stands for multi-level marketing. And multi-level marketing is the thing that usually people go, oh God, it's a pyramid scheme. It's that pyramid scheme thing. And the truth is that it's not a pyramid scheme, actually. Pyramid schemes are illegal. In the 90s, I was invited to join a pyramid scheme. It was actually when I was living in that pottery studio that I blogged around with my pottery pal, Wendy. And our neighbours invited us to come and check out this. And I actually think Wendy went to some of their houses. There was all these rich people's houses that you went. And if you put $1,000 in and got enough people in under you, you all got a share of all the money going around. And so that, my friends, is a real pyramid scheme. And those types of things are illegal. But real multi-level marketing is actually based around a product. We will pay individuals to sell our product for us, and they can build their own business around it. So there's a lot of freedom for people to build their own lifestyle business in this model if they can find a product that they genuinely like and use and can promote with a genuine and authentic level of passion. So years ago, in fact probably only 6 months ago, I have to say I never would have said, oh my God, I love MLM. Don't get me wrong, I have lots of friends that have done very well in it, so it wasn't that I was against it in any way, but I never would have done it myself. I never would have even entertained that, and probably because there was a little bit of arrogance in me. I've always had my own businesses. I like to think of myself as someone who's very creative, who can come up with their own product and their own business model. I don't need to buy into someone else's, right? That was the kind of thinking that I used to have. But anyway, that all changed late November last year, and I got involved with one. And since I have to say, it's been a roller coaster ride. There's days when you love it and days when you go, shit, why am I doing this? But overall, the light at the end of the tunnel is hugely exciting. But one of the things that's interesting is, it's not something that everyone thinks is a great idea. And there are a lot of people out there that are very anti it. As I said, they think it's a pyramid scheme. Or some people, I can understand why, some people that get involved in MLM go a little bit too far and they become almost cult-like. And, in America, they call it the NFL, no friends left. And when I first heard that, I thought, oh no, because my friends are some of the most important things in my life. So I'd hate to have no friends left from joining an MLM. But I think that's when people go a bit crazy, and that's the only thing they can ever talk about. And you invite them over to dinner, and that's all they've got to say. And it gets to the point where no one wants to talk to them because all they can do is sell you their stuff. And that's what gives the business a bad name, I think, or the industry a bad name. If you are in that space, be mindful that there's more to life than just your MLM business. Like, still be a whole person, have other stuff to talk about. But if you do have friends in that space that are having a punt and finding the courage to go after a different lifestyle, then support them. Don't poo-poo them. It's funny how many people just rip people down, their best friends, their family and stuff like that. In fact, even Amy in our team, my business partner in the 7 Effect, she mentioned to one of her friends about the opportunity. And her friend came back and said, oh, I think that's disgusting, friends selling to friends. And she was really offended that Amy had even mentioned it to her. And I just thought, God, Ames, who is this chick? Like, seriously, why does she have to be so upset about it? It's just, you've offered her something. You can just politely say no. But anyway, we move on. She's obviously not right for the business, and we wouldn't want to work with someone like that in our team anyway. But that's not my point, because there's a lot of other value in MLM. And the reason why I love it is because my team and the people in it that you share the ride with is really the most valuable part of the whole process and the business model, I think. Yes, there's an opportunity to build pipelines of passive residual income, but what's really valuable is it's about the people that you go on the journey with. So as I said in my written part of my blog, when I was coming up to Thursday last week, I thought that was going to be the day that broke me. And when I got the text from my mum, and she said, you know, we need to speak, darling, and she calls me darling, which is lovely. I called her before I started my very long day, and I was expecting the worst. And I picked up the phone, and to my absolute delight, and thank you, Mum, for this, she was on the other end. She's in Melbourne at the moment, excited and telling me about all of these people that she's spoken to, and she was really positive and passionate, and she was just saying, you know what, we're just going to do this, we're just going to make this happen. And you know, for my mum, who hasn't been back in a space like that, working for a very long time, and probably not spoken about anything like that since we lost my brother in 2000, so this is a huge thing. To be building a family business with her and getting her fired up and excited, that made my morning, and that gave me the energy and the courage to get through the day. And then that evening, when we had our goals club, it was our Kayani goals club, and this is where our whole team comes together once a month, and we hold each other accountable, and we set goals, and we share where we're heading in the business and what we're working on, and what are our stumbling blocks and all that type of stuff. And I walked in because I had to drop Jazz at soccer, and so I arrived late, and Amy was facilitating. So that was wonderful for me to be a passenger for a change, and get to sit as a participant rather than the facilitator. She was doing an amazing job, and everyone was talking about their growth and how much their comfort zones have been stretched, and how they're finding the courage to do things that they never would have dreamed about doing beforehand. And then Mark, who is actually in our business, he's my best friend Lara's from high school's husband, Mark, so husband and wife team doing it together, which is hugely inspiring. He brought out his balls, and we had a lot of fun with that. So Mark's a chef, and he's created these protein balls and breakfast balls from all these beautiful things like dates and chia seeds, and you know, I can't remember exactly what's in it, but his balls were delicious. And we had so many laughs and so much fun about, you know, Mark and his balls, as we just thought we were hysterical, you know. And it was in that moment that I realized, you know what, this is worth it. Yes, I can keep going. Yes, of course, this isn't the day that breaks me. In fact, the day that I thought was going to break me was the day that made me. So I guess I really just wanted to touch base quickly and say, if you are thinking about going on the path of starting your own business, or even going after a big goal of yours that other people around you might not be 100% behind, don't listen to the people that aren't behind you, but find some really cool people and build a team. You know, our first goals club with the 7 Effect was a team of like-minded people that we just started to set goals each month, and now we're doing that with our Kayani team as well. But get some cool people around you and go after it together. Don't go it alone, because going it alone means that when the going gets tough, the first thing you want to do is quit and give up. But when you show up to a room full of like-minded, motivated and inspiring people, it gives you so much energy.